Well, another day, another KDP change that's causing issues. So, if you have a change to your manuscript, because if you're an indie author, meaning usually self published, but also potentially hybrid published if you have the ability to make changes after the fact, and you try to you find an error, you need to add something, who knows what, and you go to upload and you get an error and you're like, I can't figure this out. It's possible that this is what is happening. We are no longer allowed to use emojis, which includes a star or a check mark in our book's description on Amazon. So I'm going to walk you through how to change that, because what I experienced this morning is that when you hit go ahead and publish, it will just say an error has occurred, try again later. And you're like, what's the error? I assumed it was on KDP's side. It was, but it wasn't. The error was that when I initially uploaded this book for an author with whom I work, there were emojis in the book description. And when I say emojis, I just mean stars, which has been allowed for over a decade. And now they're no longer allowing that. Who knows why? It's like hashtags. Everything has to go away and then it'll come back. It's fine. But it can be very frustrating to try to figure this out. So I walk through all of how to upload, how to format, how to get ISBNs, how to distribute all these things within my Publish the Damn Book Already course. So if you like this kind of instruction and want it from start to finish of self-publishing, and also these kinds of updates when things change, because they do, then I've got a link down in the notes to join the course if that's the right move for you right now. Otherwise, if you've already been published and you're stuck on this, I wanted to provide an easy, because this is an easy solution, so you don't have to go crazy. All right, so let me share my screen. All right, so I'm in one of my books, and typically when you would make an update to your book, you would log into your bookshelf. So let me get in there. Okay. And you would click right here, edit paperback content. And you would go right to this, which is the second tab of the upload page. See, paperback content. You'd scroll down. You would click on upload manuscript. You'd upload your new manuscript with the fix. You'd go down, click save and pricing. You'd review it. You'd approve it. And then you'd click publish. And you'd hope it would go well. But that's where it didn't go well for me. And I got this error. The reason I got this error is because when I'm doing these two tabs, I had no reason to go into paperback details. Nothing about my paperback details had changed, just my paperback content. But the reason why KDP kicked it out is because, like I said, for the last however many years, you've been able to have, when I say emojis, this is what I mean, these stars or check marks. And you might wonder, well, where did you get those, Elizabeth? I don't see that as an option up here. All there are bullet points. So let me show you where I got that. I got that from this amazing tool that I highly recommend. It's free. It's over at Kindlepreneur. They have such great tools for indie authors called the Book Description Generator. The Amazon, you can also do it for Rakuten or Barnes and Noble, whatever. But the way this tool works, very briefly, is you copy and paste your book's description into this field. And then, as you can see, and I would have to talk to Dave Chesson, who owns and runs Kindlepreneur, but I'm guessing they're probably going to shift this out soon. You can put icons. So I had used this star in my book description, and then instead of bullet points, because it looked nicer. Then you click generate my code, and it gives you the code that you would paste. Let me go back into here. So you would go into source, paste all that code, click source again, and it gives you this really pretty book description. And again, I'm doing this fast right now, but I do it very step by step and slowly within Publish the Damn Book Already. So you are now not allowed to use these stars. So when I go try to republish this, if I were to try to republish this right now, it would refuse me. So what you want to do instead is just come in, and instead of having that star there, you just got to put a boring bullet point. And so we go and we would just do that. And I'm not going to save this and re-upload it because I like my stars. And it will allow me to keep those stars provided I don't make any changes to this book. So I'm not going to do that. But if you're in a situation where you're trying to upload something new, whether it's a new manuscript or a new cover or even a new description, it will not allow you to click the publish button if you have any of these types of icons. So down here, I have this too. So again, you would have to change, or I would need to change all of these out. So that's how you would do that. Then you would go through and click save. I'm not going to because I want to keep those as long as I can. I don't foresee myself making any changes to this particular manuscript. You would approve your paperback content, you would approve your pricing, and you click publish, and you won't then get an error. But if you don't do that, it will tell you there's an error and to try again later, but it won't tell you what the error is unless for some reason you end back up on this paperback details page, at which point red text will pop up that says, oh, you can't have emojis or special characters in your book description. It would be lovely if they would let us know that on the back end. So we're not just thinking, oh, there's an issue on the website, we'll try again later. Meanwhile, we'll be trying again, possibly either until the end of time or until they allow special characters again. So if you have that issue in the coming days and weeks, that's a very high probability that that's why. This is very quickly how you fix it. And if you, again, are looking for a way to stay up to date on all of these little things that are happening within the self-publishing space, you can either sign up for the course or you can just sign up for my free newsletter, which comes out every week with author tips, author news, all of that over on my website, publishaprofitablebook.com, which is down in the episode notes. I hope this was helpful, and I'll talk with you again soon.